checking, knocking, see it in your eyes, and you know I like it. There's no need to disguise. Well, baby, be your problems. I don't care about your lies. Tonight, let's get arrested and get into the night. Then get turned up, the lights down low. Love you tonight, tomorrow who knows? Drink here, your whiskey lean. Tonight, girl, you're looking so clean. Turned up, your lights down low. Love you tonight, that's how the game goes. Drink here, your whiskey lean. Tonight, girl, it's just you with me. No, you don't even know me. I like what I see, so I want you to show me temptation between the sheets. So finish what you see, babe. Don't need another drink. If you're ready, I'm willing. Didn't come here to think. Turn off with the lights down low. Love it tonight, tomorrow who knows? So drink here with your whiskey lean. Tonight, boy, you're looking so clean. Turned up, the lights down low. Love you tonight, that's how the game goes. Drink here with your whiskey lean. Tonight, boy, it's just you and me. It's just you and me. It's just you and me, yeah. Oh, it's just you and me. It's you and me. No, it's just you and me, yeah. Just you and me. No, it's just you and me. It's just you and me, yeah. You and me. No, it's just you and me.
A different intro for once. So everybody, this is KCR College Radio. You're listening to the award-winning Sound Estate here at San Diego State University. And this evening, I am your host, Tisha for my entertainment talk show, Tishtalk, where each week I choose a topic in entertainment, grab some of my friends, and we talk about it for the hour as I reach all the way over here to play something else. So, doing a little something different-ish, kind of, today. Oh, he's groaning. Why are you groaning? I have a guest this evening, as always, and you've heard him here before. I didn't even... Oh, I'll get into it. Joshua Giberson, everyone.
Boo! Hello.
Hello. So I realized I didn't plug any of the things that I was going to plug, but we'll do that right after you plug your stuff. So if you want to introduce who you are, obviously I just introduced you, but who you is, what you're up to, life.
My name is Joshua Giberson. I'm a fourth year here at San Diego State. I will graduate in the spring, this May, come couple of weeks. I'm an advertising major, so if you have a job in advertising, hey-yo. Marketing IMC, but yeah. And I know Tisha through KCR. I was lucky enough to meet her and hire her as part of my management team this year. And it's been a very fun experience getting to know her throughout the year. So, yeah.
Show plug?
I also have a show. My last show will be next Monday from 5 to 6 p.m. It's called The Groove. And yeah, it's the final one. So if you want to catch the very last episode of the greatest thing that ever hit KCR, that'll be 5 to 6 on Monday. Yeah. So we do some. It's entertainment and a lot of music nowadays with everything going on.
I know.
But yeah,
maybe we'll do something different for the finale. But
yeah, we'll see.
Initially what I wanted to do was do some kind of like deep dive into like each one of our lives, considering that it's like, the end is upon us, so to speak, and kind of just talk about how we came to KCR and how we all found ourselves at the Groove at one point. I mean, it is your show, but I wasn't initially there, and neither was Ryan. So I just wanted to talk about it. But Ryan's not even here.
Yeah, well.
Thanks, Ryan. Just kidding, he's not feeling well. Feel better, buddy.
He's a sicko.
Literally, because he's not... What?
I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I'm breaking things.
You're general manager. You can't be breaking things.
Well, it's not actually breaking. It's just sounding breaking.
Yeah. So this is recorded. So I will not be in the live
definitely
studio.
call in.
So yeah, definitely don't call in 619-594-6982. But if you guys want to tweet me your live reacts or any questions or anything, I have social medias at KCR Tishtalk. That's KCR TASH Talk. And yeah, that's what I usually plug in the beginning, and I didn't do that this time around because I forgot. So
Sorry.
yeah. So last show coming up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't cry on me now, though.
No, I'm not gonna cry now. I'll cry next week.
I'm just not. Oh my god. It's amazing how fast it went by, huh?
I mean, yes and no.
Yes and no?
Second semester certainly has gone by really, 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 really fast. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like I said on the groove, it just, in hindsight, it's always fast. You can never realize, or it always amazes you that you spent freaking 4 years here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And all that time's gone by, and like you've spent a fifth of your life in San Diego, which is weird to think about, to live in a new place by yourself all that time.
That's true. Actually, let's start off with that. Yeah, so like I said, this is going to be a little bit different. It's kind of a deep dive into Gibby's life, considering that our other co-host here is. And I mean, like, you can ask me questions too. Shoot.
I don't.
Exactly. But, so you're not from here. You're from
Sacramento area, a town called Elk Grove. It's like 15 minutes south of Sacramento, but no one knows about it. It's Elk Grove. It's small. We're getting places though.
So you're north.
Getting a Costco. So
you get a Costco. Hey, there you go.
We're getting a Costco.
That's
now.
all you really need, honestly.
Yeah. As soon as we get that, I think that means we're like legit. So I think that's what it means, right? Once you get a Costco, then you're
like you're well off too. It's a Costco.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But how did you find yourself here, SDSU?
Originally, I came in under astronomy.
Really?
Yeah, and before I even really started here, like that summer, I just I realized, okay, a job in astronomy means lab work and a PhD, basically.
Yeah,
and one, I didn't know about all of the schooling if I was interested, and two, I definitely did not think I wanted to do lab work all the time. The alternative being a professor. I just wanted to deal with people more. So I figured that wasn't the right alley. And so then I was watching, did you ever watch the show with Robin Williams? It was very short-lived. It's called The Crazy Ones or something like that.
It was a show?
It was a sitcom for like maybe 2 seasons. And it was about this advertising agency.
Really?
And that literally gave me the idea of what it was like to be like in advertising and how fun it was. And I mean, obviously it was a show, but I kind of saw, I took it with a grain of salt, but also like did some research and was like, okay, maybe marketing. Stumbled upon Marketing IMC, which is like a hybrid of marketing and advertising. So then, which was like, I lucked out in that. But yeah, so because that put me off way better than just being a marketing major, because I don't necessarily like numbers and analytics. But yeah, so yeah, that's how I was supposed to be astronomy. But
were you like a sciencey guy coming out of high school?
Yeah, well, I was always amazed by. You'll probably laugh at this because you know how I am now, but I was just always amazed by the idea of the universe and just like literally just like it's just exactly. Why are you laughing, Tisha?
Because it's
explain.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. I think it's just really
not
interesting.
coming from me. Why is that humorous?
I think it's just, I don't know. I mean, like, you're. I don't typically hear you talk about like philosophies and life and what is the meaning of life and stuff like that. So it's very interesting to hear.
No. Oh. Well, I was more going like the nature aspect you know, it kind of plays
okay,
hand in
that's
hand
why,
with
yeah.
that. You know, obviously
Because you're an outdoorsy
different.
boy, that's why.
But yeah, so I thought all that stuff was so cool, and I thought the idea of like, I mean, freaking, you can like study and explore and understand like everything that's going on out there, and like we're just these people who are just obsessed, just chilling on a freaking rock and like don't give a hoot.
It's our rock.
It is our rock. Our rock's
the
pretty
only
sick.
one we have.
But yeah, so it was cool. It was interesting. I thought that was where I wanted to go.
I didn't know SDSU would be a typical place for somebody to come here for astronomy.
It was one of the few state schools that had an astronomy program,
That's interesting.
and it was the most favorable choice of the three.
The one that you applied to.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have an observatory.
Yeah.
I actually went there once because I took astronomy way back when and realized that it's a very difficult class.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can't do it. No way. That it was rough.
I remember that class. It was fun.
I mean, I took one in Southwestern when I took a break from SDSU, and then I took one here, and I was like, wow.
When did you take a break from SDSU?
I took a break from SDSU my sophomore year. It was
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, my college traveling, I suppose, college journey has not been a traditional one to begin with.
Yeah.
Like right off I graduated in 2013, so right off the bat, I didn't start college until 2014 fall. Because within the time period of me graduating, I enlisted right off the bat.
Yeah, yeah.
So I didn't start school right away, and then I started school. Realized that it is a lot harder than I thought, and especially taking the break too. It was kind of like I was struggling a lot, and even financially too, just because it's like I went from being independent to all of a sudden paying bills and stuff like that.
Yeah, big time.
So even military wise, there's a lot of loopholes that you don't know about until after the fact, and once you sign your life away for 6 years, it's kind of hard to get out of it.
Yeah, I
So
would imagine. Yeah. So then you re-upped because
no, so I'm ending my contract once it finishes. That's it.
when is it finished?
Next year.
Oh, okay.
Dude, like where you're at right now.
Oh, that's right. You said it was a big year. I remember that.
Yeah. So
Big year.
2013 was a big year for me because I graduated and then I enlisted. 2019 is going to be a big year for me because I graduate and then
Get out of there.
I get out of the army and then straight up life.
Yeah, that's
So,
big.
It's scary.
It's exciting.
Well, I hope you have that mindset considering that's going to be you in a few weeks.
Well, yeah, that's a different story, but you know.
I mean, life either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, life either way. Yeah. You know.
So what happens for Gibby after SDSU? I mean, I know not everybody has a plan, and I know you don't have a plan just yet. I mean, not saying that you don't have a plan, but just like, you know, like no one ever has it right off the bat. Everything I'm saying is not helping me, and I'm very sorry.
I have, like, yeah. I want to stay in San Diego. I just think that I'd like to continue being independent, like right after school. The context being that I was offered again the position for social media manager with the California State Fair up north in Sacramento. And I told myself after last season really, that I was not returning to the State Fair as my way of just like it's not an option because I knew it would be an option, and I didn't want to like really give myself it.
Too comfortable.
It's too easy. It's too easy to go back there and do that. And it's great money and ton of hours, so it's killer money really, and don't have to pay rent or anything, and blah blah blah. But finding a job has been tough. I initially like wanted a position at an ad agency, and I applied to like places on ZipRecruiter. If you're using ZipRecruiter, maybe don't. I don't know. It's not phenomenal.
Yikes.
I'm wondering if the interview that I got today was through ZipRecruiter. I don't know.
I've never actually used any of those. I always just go, what's hiring in San Diego?
Yeah.
The thing I want to be hired for.
That's honestly probably better. I just got a lot of like, it was like not spam, but like scam jobs almost. Like,
oh.
Yeah, like not just like misadvertised in terms of what the position actually was, stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, finally, I ended up getting this interview for a social media position here for a place called Live Well Testing. They do testing at-home testing kits for all kinds of like body wellness, pet wellness, and your environment, which is interesting. And I don't know if I fully support the products or the idea of like pushing those products because of like whether it's really necessary or not. But
I mean, we all start somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, and it does, it is a powerful tool in terms of like, it does empower people who actually do need it. But, part of my job would be, creating a demand for something. But I guess, that's always kind of part of advertising is creating a demand for something that necessarily we don't always need. But yeah, so that was an interview I did this morning. Hoping to stay in San Diego. Long story short, I know I talked my shit around
Nice catch.
Yeah, talked my butt around that. Sorry. But yeah, hoping to stay in San Diego. We'll see what happens in really the next like week and a half. I
feel like you said that last week.
Well, yeah, until I accepted the job up north, and then I'm playing my options. I told the people today. I said, hey, I got an offer from State Fair for $14 an hour, and I work an average of 12 hours a day there. So, can you guys consider hiring for full time?
Yeah.
And they said, we can consider it. We'll have to talk to HR, and so we'll see. They liked me as a candidate. They legit. I thought this was weird after like I actually thought about it and was like, wow, that was an odd thing to say. He legit said like, you're probably the best candidate that we've hired. And I was like, okay, thinking back, like an interviewer doesn't really say that, in terms of like, because that gives away.
You play all your
don't,
cards.
Well, yeah, you don't want to give the idea that like we're gonna hire you because like you don't want to let them down. And you like, yeah. So I was just like, I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. So many things going on in my head. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling at this point.
No, you're fine. I think that's just, but it's interesting that you say that though, like, because you typically, when you're in an interview, whether it be the first one or the third one or whatever, you don't typically play those cards. So I gotta say, it's like very ballsy of you to do.
Well, yeah. I mean,
but I know you have to play hardball in order to do what you want outside of college.
That, and I mean, I got a time frame.
Yeah, that too.
And I mean, everything they were throwing at me, I was answering it, and then some, and I could tell that I was giving them exactly what they wanted to hear, and they were really getting a lot from my interview. So I was definitely more comfortable being like, hey, this is kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure it'll work out, whichever path you end up choosing. Either way, will it still end back to SD, you think?
I think, yeah. Short term, yes. If I end up in Northern California for the summer doing the position as social media manager for State Fair, I'm leaving everything I have here in a storage unit. As one more, one, because it would be inconvenient to lug it all the way up north and then figure out from there, but also as another like intention of I'll be back. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay. I think I poked you about life.
No,
enough.
Go ahead. No, you like. It gets said at some point. Why not do it in front of people?
I don't want to roast you about it. Or not roast you, put you on the hot seat about it, even though you are technically on the hot seat because Ryan's not here.
Do what you want.
It is my show.
Yeah.
So to kind of look back, considering that your time at SDC is coming to a close, KCR is arguably, I'd say, a big part of your life here.
Yeah.
How'd you end up finding your way to KCR? Because I'm sure everybody has different ways. Because I know when I first heard of KCR, I want to say Hoffman and a couple of other managers walked into one of the JMS classes when I was still a pre-journalism major.
Yeah.
And I was taking all the prerequisites and stuff like that. Yeah. They walked into the class and they were handing out forms. Hey, you joined KCR.
Man, we should be doing that.
It'd be cool if we did
should be
that.
Doing more of that.
Because it genuinely, in the beginning, piqued my interest. And then later on, and then after I took a break from SDC, I came back, I promised myself that I need to be more involved with school. Just because my first 2 years, I was relatively miserable. I was in and out, and I hated it. So it is true. It like when people say that, like, get involved. Like, at first, I was like, I don't need to do that. And then I realized, I'm like, okay, maybe I should because I'm just not happy.
It's so cliche, but it's cliche for a reason.
It is. And so I went through all the paperwork I had from like my old JMS classes, and I found the old KCR flyer they gave me so long ago, and I
sick
applied
Ugh.
and joined KCR.
Nice. Wow.
So, how'd you do it?
My freshman year, I actually like one of my friends, my dorm mates, had said, "Hey, my friend is on KCR." And like he does his own show, and he did it like some obscure time, like midnight to 2, and they told like weird stories, and I was just like, okay, that sounds really weird. And she was like, you could do it, and I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. Ignored it. Thought about it first semester of sophomore year, didn't do it for whatever reason, who knows. And then did it second semester of sophomore year, and finally found like my community. Those first 2 years were terrible. Like,
I always feel like that's, for the most part, people who I've talked to, whether they be like locals like myself here at SDSU, or like yourself going to a new school and everything, they always say the first 2 years are like the hardest, because it was freaking rough for me. And I mean, obviously those are my self choices, but I know I'm not the only one in terms of like, it sucked.
I think a lot of it has to do with the culture of SDSU, because the large majority and crowd is Greek. So if you're oriented that way, then from the beginning you're probably having a freaking blast. My first semester I had a lot of fun because I was going to parties and stuff, and then I realized I didn't really want to do that anymore after I got myself in trouble here and there. And, I had a come to Jesus moment. And
I'm gonna have to poke you about this later, because no, you gotta
I
spill.
should not. No spillage. Yeah. So I think it really depends. That I think for students like yourself and I who aren't necessarily the Greek crowd, whatever that may be, I think it is. Yeah, it's a matter of finding those students here that are like us, because we're in the minority.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
Yeah,
life, man. But then you joined management.
Yeah, which was the best decision I've ever made.
Agreed.
Because like KCR staff members, which hopefully this is something that you'll keep up next year. Right. I still didn't do a great job this semester with building that KCR community, but like my first semester in KCR, literally, just like you had said about yours. You go to the meetings, you do your show, and it's fun. It's fine, and that's it.
Get your requirements, get out.
Yeah. And then I joined management just because I wanted more out of it, and then of course now I have the confidence to talk to people in KCR and grow those relations, and it just grows in what you get back from it exponentially.
Yeah. Another cliche thing, but another very, very true thing. That is the thing.
Like, I really wish that there was, like, a way to tell people that wasn't just, so cliche. And, like, like I would so hard go back to my high school and tell people, like, dude, like, if I didn't get involved in high school, if I literally didn't just jump as being, like, a non-cool kid, jump and, like, try to get elected for this leadership position as like spirit person and out front and run in rallies and stuff, like I literally would never be here. Like it opens up just I mean, then again there's,
I forgot that you said that you did that.
Yeah.
Well, it's just funny because like I'm thinking about my high school experiences, because I definitely didn't do that. I was a band kid. I kept my group of friends, which God bless them. I'm glad that I stuck with my friends and everything, just because in my school it just wasn't the same dynamic.
Yeah.
But it's funny to think that like, what was your mascot?
Well, I wasn't the mascot.
No.
But
you were up there rallying, and
it was myself,
stuff, right?
And the rally chair that like ran all the rallies. We planned the rallies and ran them.
Okay.
And like we're the MCs.
So like ASB.
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
right?
As part of Associated Student Body. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Never mind. I'm like imagining you.
No, I was not our elk. Elroy the elk.
You were an elk.
I was not
an elk. That's funny. We had Titan guy. this dude walking
His name was
around.
Titan Guy?
His name Titan Guy, Titan Dude, Titan Man.
Oh my!
One
I
of
hope
the
it was
three.
Titan Man because either the other two are terrible.
Maybe Titan Man, and then I always just called him Titan Guy. What?
No, man.
No. Yes. No. Yes. Oh.
You're good.
Yeah, but I remember like the dude would run around, and he was also, or at least his senior year, he ended up being ASB president.
Oh,
But
okay.
he would run around in those big, like those foam, corny looking, like that's definitely fake.
Yeah.
Muscle suits and stuff like that, running around and carrying the flag and all that stuff. So when
Yeah.
you were like saying that, that's all like imagined. I was like,
Oh,
what
no.
was your mascot then?
No.
Were you wearing?
I mean,
the-
I dressed up like part of my job was dressing up ridiculously.
like what?
Have you seen my Venmo picture?
Yeah, I just figured that was.
That's a superhero costume. I mean, well, a makeshift one. It was a blue morph suit that I didn't put the head on. I would wear short shorts, blue morph suit. These super bright free runs were popular back then. Bright yellow free runs.
Gibby was a superhero.
red gloves from Dollar Tree. Like,
Oh my
it
god,
was- yeah.
you really went all out
dude.
and like.
Oh, I was sick. It was great.
Why isn't that not made an appearance here?
What do you? Because there's no occasion for it. If I wear it now, it's just the weirdo who's wearing weird crap on campus.
I mean, like you can find occasions to do.
I mean, I wear weird stuff still, but I have a limit to the
not
weird stuff.
nearly as much as
No,
like,
I keep it appropriate is the thing. You know, I've
like what?
well,
I don't count the bunny stick because technically I did that.
What do you mean you did it?
I was the one that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But if there's not an occasion, I don't need to wear it. Like, I'll wear, I'll wear whatever it takes if it's necessary,
Okay.
or not wear whatever it takes.
Okay.
Hey, popping toes.
Jeez. No. Really quick, did you want me to do like an ad-libby ad read really quick?
No, it's fine.
No, are you sure?
Follow KCR and KCR College Radio on Instagram, Facebook,
Twitter, YouTube.
We give out all of our information regarding giveaway opportunities, and all kinds of other stuff. So follow us there. Also on Thursdays from
12 to 1.
I think noon to 3 is, or 10 to 3? 10 to 3 is the AS food pantry, which is pretty cool. AS provides free food for people who are quote-unquote food insecure. So I think you just show your red ID and you can get free food, which is a really great service. So,
Yes.
yeah.
And then, because I didn't intend for you to do my ad reads for me. Also, if you're following KCR College Radio on SoundCloud and on iTunes,
Yes.
we have KCR On Demand, which is our newest podcasting form. There are podcasts made by your host here at KCR. There's original podcasts as well as show archives for shows for this past semester. You'll find Brett's show from Brett and Mackee in the morning in there, my show as well. We should have put the grooves on there, but But yeah, you'll find plenty of other things there if you guys want to follow us for more content. So yeah,
It's sweet.
it is sweet. We didn't talk about this on your show. So to bring a little, why are you looking at me that way?
I'm like, what did we not talk about on my show?
No. I was like, okay, geez. I was gonna say so on the Groove we do a thing every now and then called Tiny Triumphs.
Yeah.
Did you have a tiny triumph today or recently?
Today.
Recently or whatever. Well, you
Oh
mull
yeah,
over
recently.
that.
Yeah.
I have, one is that I mentioned that my mother and I are going on a clean eating diet, which I am extremely miserable about, but I'm going to do my best because her goal is to lose 10 pounds. And I'm like, okay, I know I can definitely do that. And she actually called me earlier today on her break from work. And she's like, did you weigh yourself this morning? I was like, yeah, why? And she's like, okay, mark that. And then we're going to see if we lose weight by the end of the week. And then like each week. So she's determined. And I'm like,
yeah.
no, I don't want to, but I'll do it because I know I have to. So there's that. And then I did my taxes today.
Wow.
The day before tax day.
Nice.
But God bless HR Block because it was free and they basically did everything for me. So.
Man, go H&R Block.
Yeah.
Doing it right.
But yeah. Tiny triumph.
I'm going to say my tiny triumph was probably taking the interview this morning because I didn't necessarily think it was going to be something I was interested in. Considering the topic, it's not the most exciting.
Yeah.
but I took it anyway and was like, might as well go for it. And I did all my research and stuff and thought I did pretty well. So that, I don't know, that was pretty fun, pretty solid to like come away from that and know that at least I did my best and like did my damnedest, as well as confronted and said, hey, give me full time. So we'll see what comes back. Yeah, I'll say that's my tiny triumph, I think.
I think it's more than a tiny one, but yeah, I'd say.
Well, it's an interview.
Well, yeah, but the fact that it, determines what happens after SDSU.
Yeah. Hopefully, I want something from Green Flash to come back.
Did you give them a call? Did you hit them
I haven't
up?
yet. Well, because, I mean, since I applied Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
the lady wouldn't have gotten it until Friday if she was in on Friday.
I'm surprised you
so
just
there's
didn't really kind of try and be like, hey, just so you know, when we
What?
were there on Saturday.
Yeah, well, again, like, I didn't want to push it. I want to give them enough time.
Yeah, that's
I mean, I can't imagine, again, because she's like an office staff. So, like, I didn't think office staff would be there
on the weekend.
on the weekends.
Fair.
So, yeah, I want to give her probably Wednesday. No, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow or Wednesday, I'll give him a call and say, hey, hire me.
Please.
Yeah, I don't even know what I would say. Just like, hey, I applied. I think I have all your qualifications, so let me come in and present. Let me give you a pitch. I'll give a pitch, dude. I would do that.
It's funny though, because when you said that the job that you applied for, the other one, is also a social media specialist.
Yeah, that's literally all that's available.
I mean, it's good because I feel
guess,
like
yeah.
most people will rely on us youngins to do the job right, so to
Yeah,
speak. 'Cause
no,
we're
yeah.
on what platforms their audiences are on.
That's true. Yeah. What was really interesting about the Live Well testing was they haven't really done any branding for their brand. And he was like, honestly, this is probably one of the few opportunities he was trying to sell. But he, this is one of the few opportunities that like literally you'll come in and as a 21-year-old, the CEO will be like, what do you think of this? And
It is. That's why I'm like,
and
it's really cool
and
that
that
they're-
like you're gonna basically be doing the bulk of the branding for Live Well testing because we haven't had someone in this position before. They're like their social media is like dormant. They hadn't posted since December, and they posted recently on April 5th or whatever. So I thought that was kind of like a cool opportunity. Then again, it's a really, really select niche target.
Yeah.
In terms of like, you're trying to sell to middle-aged mothers, or trying to gain interest with younger people on Instagram. So yeah, it's really interesting. It'll be an interesting feat if I end up taking that.
yeah. But I will say also, it again, with the companies that like hire those positions and stuff like that, they don't genuinely know, and especially if they're
Yeah.
already struggling. So the fact that if you even produce, like, obviously you said you had an entire like plan for them, like a mock plan and everything, like
Kind of, yeah.
or even just like
I had an
creating
assessment
content.
of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like the fact that you came in like hardballing already and already showing that you can create content, I feel like we'll be like, wow, that's actually really cool. Like anything, they'll take anything, so to speak, like because they don't know.
That doesn't really speak to anything
I mean,
that I could do.
No. Like,
Don't take anything, Josh. Come on. You're the hot slop off the street, dude. I know.
yeah, they said that verbatim.
Hell yeah, they did. Hot slop. That's a good one.
Ugh.
I've never used that before, but
I
it
don't
sounds
like it.
sick and it's great.
I don't like it.
Hot slop. Hot slop.
No. But it's just funny that you like as Mark, because when you were saying you're applying for places, I'm like thinking I'm like having maybe like a mid college life existential crisis because I'm
Yeah.
like, am I in the wrong major? Because major. I'm a writing major, rhetoric and writing
Yeah.
studies major. I can be a technical writer. I can so it's still something I'm familiar with. I know what I can do with it. And then I minor in digital and social media studies, and because I like working with social media.
Yeah.
So the fact that, and one of the reasons why I didn't leave Barnes sooner, obviously besides not having another job, was because I got the opportunity to be their social media specialist. Given that I was, God bless you guys, I'm sorry, but I was doing a lot more work than I should have been
Yeah.
for the amount of pay that I was getting. And
Yeah.
because it really wasn't there was no bonus. I was really just getting like 4 more hours to create content
Oh,
for
yeah.
3 of their social medias that they wanted to be posting every single day.
Wow.
I mean, it was, they had guidelines and stuff like that, but they wanted a lot for me just getting 4 hours in a week.
Yeah.
And so,
you don't necessarily have to be a marketing or advertising major to get into that stuff. Like I
know, but when you said you're applying to those, and I was like, am I in the wrong major? Did I go the wrong route? I'm not sure. Like, no, I sat there and I was like, oh no.
Like because like you have interest. I mean, clearly you have interest in that stuff. Like you can probably equally or almost as equally go for copywriting jobs as I can. And I mean, that's big. Like you can do, I mean, I know a guy as a group speaker or who was a guest speaker. He was a lit major and went into content marketing, and now like he's like big at whatever it is.
It's just funny because I didn't think those two worlds were that close to each other. You know what I mean?
Freaking words.
Yeah, but I also didn't go into my major being like, I'm gonna go write a book, because I sure as heck can't do that.
Yeah.
Like I had a customer the other day. He was looking for writing books. So I'm like, oh cool, I'm a writing major, so I'm kind of a writer too. And then I was like, right off the bat, I'm like, but I'm not creative writing. I can't do fiction writing.
Oh come on.
I can't write a book.
Nah.
I maybe growing up, like I have written stories in the past, and I have like old whatever things saved on my computer and stuff like that, and every now and then I'll go back and I'm like, okay, I'm not, it's not bad, but then those are also just like maybe like paragraphs worth of stuff, or it's like a single story. Like I can't sit there writing a book.
Well,
it's tough, dude.
Nevertheless, you're an illustrator.
As a hobby, I can be a baker as a hobby too. I'm a radio host as a hobby.
No, your baking can go further than hobby.
No.
Yeah. You better believe that.
There was a time I actually thought about going after I was done here at SDSU, and I'm like, I can always just go culinary at a
work for Guy Fieri. Shoot.
No, it would be too meta.
Gordon Ramsay, too meta.
Too meta for KCR. It's too meta for KCR because Guy Fieri is just an ongoing joke in too many shows and too many things. So I'm like, no. But
look meta up on the Urban Dictionary. On the Urban Dictionary. If you don't know what it is, because I don't either. Don't worry about it.
Meta is.
No, I know. It's like what was it?
It's just like you're breaking the fourth wall. Right. It's too close to home. It's too relevant to what you are doing or what you consume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Always.
I don't know about that.
Do you see I'm matching the energy of your show.
What do you mean?
Like it's very
What do you
mean?
Know what I mean? No, what do you mean?
Well, the groove is like just loud and obnoxious.
I know.
And yours is not. And I would like to say that I think I'm compliment me for not being loud and obnoxious, Tisha. Damn it!
I will say you're being that. Very no. No, you're well behaved on my show. That's fine.
Well behaved.
Yes, you are behaving.
Where's my frickin' cookie?
What?
That's pop culture, Tish.
What are you talking?
You want a cookie? You know pop culture? Dude, oh my gosh.
You know pop culture? Yes.
You don't know pop culture,
no,
clearly.
What are you talking about?
That's like a saying.
That's not even... Oh, okay, no.
You say when someone wants praise, you say, yo, you want a cookie? Because you're demeaning their achievement. And so I'm saying, where's my cookie? Because I'm being annoying about it.
I already gave you a cookie, but...
When?
When was the time I brought cookies into the show?
Too long ago. Too long ago. I want those were freaking good. Oh yeah, I want a case.
A case?
Okay, fine.
Actually,
half a case, and the other half can be beer.
No, I'd rather just give you a case of cookies.
Why?
Because that's easier and cheaper.
Well, money should be no object.
Don't do that. No,
let's be real here.
I'm about to lose one of my jobs soon, so money is going to be of the essence to me.
I thought we were better than this. I thought we meant more.
Oh my gosh! No, it's funny that you did just remind me that I have to make cookies for management. Okay, we both just got notified for something else, and I'm gonna address that later. No, but
something bad?
No.
Okay.
Potentially. No. No, but I forgot that Brett had, or at least his mother has come through and gotten some really cool stuff for KCR. And as a repayment for that, I have to make cookies for. Oh, do you even remember?
Oh, I do remember that conversation.
Do you remember what cookies actually won? I put a poll in, and
I have
was like,
no idea. It should still be up there though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through it right now because I forgot that. I even put the options up there.
Nice.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll make you something for graduation. We'll see.
I would expect nothing less. See, this is what I'm talking about. What I was talking about on my show. You know, I talk a big game. I act like I deserve, like cookies, or act like you should actually get me Barnes and Noble discounts when I really don't. But I'm just gonna act like it, but then you just like are like, okay, and then I'm like, well,
that's just a testament to me being a good friend. Not even bragging. I think I don't mind being a good friend.
Well, all right, I'll take that.
Don't abuse it, but
But how can I not abuse it? I mean,
oh my gosh,
Tisha, I mean,
what?
I struck gold, woman. Do you not understand?
What?
If I can ask for free cookies and get free cookies, like, come on. Homemade, they're dank. The lemon ones were amazing. The lemon sugar cookies.
Ironically, that was actually just an experiment too.
Well, experiment is great. That was Wonder Nuts. That was phenomenal.
I'm glad. Oh, it looks like you didn't vote.
Cool. Oh yeah, I didn't vote. Yeah. Do you need me to break a tie?
No.
Didn't think so. There we go.
I guess at one point I have
Settled.
to make Nutella chocolate chips, which is actually one of the ones that.
That sounds dang.
That one's a lot of work.
See, why did you even put the options up for a cookie? That's a lot of work.
Because I was.
I think you need to be more selfish. I think you need to start. This is your New Year's resolution. Midway through the year.
I was about to say
be
it's April.
more selfish.
I don't like that.
But it's being selfish in.
I've been more selfish in other ways.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Like when the time you were late to the brewery.
I was late to the brewery.
I lost my keys. Okay, couldn't find them.
You had 30 minutes to find your keys.
Whoa. Hold up, Shoddy. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Hold up, Shoddy. Let's really talk about this whole time situation because you took your sweet time letting me know. Oh, by the way, I'm leaving now.
30 minutes. You had 30 minutes. And I told you that I was purchasing your books, by the way.
Thanks.
Your books.
By the way.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're the best.
You're welcome.
You're the best. But, also, like, I'm just saying.
When you gave me that text, I was like, I'm not ready to leave yet. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go check out, and then I'll let him know when I get out. Because I didn't want to be like 45 minutes from now, because that's so long. I don't want to make it seem like...
that gives me exactly the amount of time I should expect,
Dude,
which is fine.
30 minutes, though. 30 minutes from when I was driving. Even
yeah,
that
I know,
was still
but
a stretch.
But it was like an hour span between like
No,
talking, and then all of a sudden it was like, yeah, I'm leaving now. Like,
It wasn't an
I'll be there in
hour.
30 minutes. Okay, 45 minutes. Like a span of time to where I was like, okay, is this ish happening anymore? like what's going on here? And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, by the way, like, I'll be there in 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and like throw something together so I look presentable. No, you don't have to be sorry, but that was why I was. You said, oh yeah, 3 minutes. So that was just my defense. At the end of the day, I was late.
Yes, you were.
I couldn't find my keys because they walked away from my pocket, and it was annoying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm the victim in this, Tisha.
You were not the victim.
The
in this.
keys ran
I
away
sat-
from me. You sat there reading your book.
I was very happy. I was very happy reading my book. So I was like, when you texted me that, I was like, oh, I can read my book now. Okay, that's fine.
I'm stepping away from the show in I'm above it right now, and I'm thinking of how it sounds.
What do you mean?
Like from another perspective.
Oh.
Like I'm omniscient right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, the direction our conversation went about one topic.
Derailed. How did we even
It just
get there?
it spun so wildly.
I feel like this is a reboot from the last time you recorded with me.
But doesn't that make for the best? Just like no one knows what's happening next. Could it be?
I thought my show was supposed to have structure.
Well, it is, but not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Well,
I am the anti-structure.
anti-structure, anti-Christmas, anti-Christ, anti-structure. Fantastic.
Hey, whoa, Antichrist. Whoa, I am not the Antichrist.
I'm just kidding.
Let's step back.
No, you said that. No, anti-Christ.
Must.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you for clarifying that one. You are the Antichrist, Josh. Oh, hey, thanks. Jesus, I'm chilled. Don't look at me. I'm like, man.
We were listening to soul music. And no, not at all.
What do you mean? We're listening to soul music.
Soul music earlier. Jesus, don't worry.
Yeah, we're chilling, dude. You're gonna miss this. I'm gonna start tying that song to something sad for you, so then every time that song
That's not nice.
Then you'll cry too.
That's not nice because I genuinely feel like next semester, not next semester, no, next show for the Groove, I will be an emotional mess. Not only just because I'll be tired and stressed out from my week for this week, but also like I feel like I will be very emotional.
I'm probably gonna cry.
No, you can't tell me that.
Yeah.
And then
in the manliest way, of course.
in the manliest way, you're gonna cry.
But yeah.
Actually, that's something to try and reel us back in because my God, have we derailed?
No.
Yes, we have.
We've stayed on topic and on brand, and that was Josh is in the studio.
Okay.
It all goes along with that.
What I was going to say was, the Groove is coming to an end and all that. But like, how did you come to creating the show? Because originally you had a music show.
Oh.
And what?
I mean, it's just like I had a co-host, and it was like it used to be called The Pill. It used to be called The Pill. The Pill.
Why was it called The Pill?
Because my show was from 11 p.m. to 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. Excuse me.
Dang, are you serious?
On Sunday nights. And so I call it The Pill because it was the only thing that's gonna get you through your homework or something like that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because it was like your Sunday night grind.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was The Pill. And then was that your
first show? Your very, very first show with KCR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that co-host disappeared because I drove her off a cliff. No. No.
Gibby didn't just,
I did not admit to that on air. I did not. Cut it out, please.
Okay. In post. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. So, and then somehow it branched off into just like me doing solo because I never found another co-host who wanted to listen to the stuff that I listen to. And then finally I started playing more groovy music rather than like, it was like chill EDM. Mm-hmm. It was like stuff that you can listen to and just like chill out with rather than like the, like,
yeah.
Yeah, that evolved to groovy music and soul and funk when I discovered Alan Stone and that whole world of music. Mm-hmm. So then it became the Groove. And then Ryan jumped on, and then Tisha
and then I just
invaded.
I kind of did.
And it was absolutely not a bad thing at all. Certainly balanced out the weird dynamic that was, the Rye guy and I.
I want to retake our picture. I'm sorry, the Groove's picture for the Polaroid.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I would look at it and I'm like, I'm a part of the Groove now too. I want to be commemorated on the Groove. We
totally can, yeah.
We should at the end of the year bring back the Polaroids and do that and stuff.
Sure.
But yeah. I know, I always think it's really funny that like the show you start out with always changes throughout KCR. Like my first show was, God, I wish it worked out, but I knew I couldn't keep it going. Mm-hmm. It was called Binge Worthy.
Oh, dude, that's such a great concept.
Do you remember me telling you?
Yeah.
This? Where it's just basically myself and then my co-host at the time. We would come to the show together and then we'd be like, okay, this is what I'm interested in. And it's something that they're not familiar with. And then they do the same thing with me and we give each other recommendations. Yeah. And then each week we come back, we give a review basically saying, was it binge worthy or cringe worthy?
That's
I
such a great concept.
Deemed it right off the bat with the name, the concept. Well, actually, shout out to Cameron because he technically gave me the terms and then I just kind of put everything together. But then at the end of it, I just felt bad because it's like I wanted to continue it so bad, dude. I wanted to so bad, but I knew that it wasn't fair to somebody else who was a part of that show. And I was like, ugh.
Why?
Because he was also
Well,
part
oh
of,
yeah,
you
that
know,
guy.
yeah,
Guy.
you know.
That guy in specific, though. Like, if you were to do a podcast, would that be your podcast next semester? Because
I thought about it, but I know that there are other podcasts going on that are very similar to that same concept.
Bummer.
So I can't.
Dang.
As much as I really want to, because it would be so cool.
Yeah.
I miss doing it because it was a lot of fun, but then it forced me to kind of expand my horizons in terms of like consuming entertainment. So each week I'd come back with something different. Like I would come back with I did like a podcast, a book, an episode of a TV show, a movie, and my co-host, who I will give the benefit of the doubt that he was a freshman. He was actually new to the States. So he was new to the States, new to SDSU, had like this glimmer of, oh my God, college in his eye. And I can see it every time. I was like, oh, here we go. And he even said right off the bat, like, I'm just doing this so I can kind of find my niche. I was like, okay, dude, that's fine. But he'd come back with the same content every single week. Here's a new anime. Here's a new video game. Here's a new anime. Here's a video game. One documentary. And then he went back to anime, video game, anime, video game. Yeah. And I was like,
I mean, I gotta give you so much props though. Like,
why?
From a listener standpoint, I mean, everything about that and the whole structure is like so solid. Because like from a listener standpoint, okay, I get like in show, I'm gonna hear kind of a preview of what's gonna be next week, and I can look forward to like, oh, they're gonna literally review these two things, and then you have the actual reviews each week. Like, that just sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, me who doesn't consume entertainment much, like, that sounds like something that I would be like, oh, I'm curious to see what the thoughts are on whatever this is next week.
A part of me wants to try and, because I noticed it.
Revive!
A little bit, because
Revive.
I noticed it with my show, and I think it's because being on the groove is such a different dynamic, obviously, than this.
Yeah.
It has made me realize that, like, I kind of want to expand my horizons in terms of, like, doing something with the show. As much as I love doing this. But, like, and, obviously, anybody listening who has ideas and stuff like that, I'm more than willing to take them. But it's, like, I'm trying to think, I'm like, okay, maybe we'll do, like, a game or something. I'm like, God, I don't do that on my show. Or, maybe we can all talk about something that we all like. I'm like, that's hard because all three of us have way different topics that we all like. So, a part of me wants to go back to that same structure because, like, as much as, like, me talking with somebody else about, like, last week, for example. Yeah, last week. I'm like, oh, when this airs. But last week, it was, like, Friday the 13th, and my friend and her boyfriend came on, and they were talking about, because they're, like, horror movie junkies. And they're all talking about, like, things that I didn't know about, and because I'm terrified to consume that. It's all this stuff that I'm like, man, like, I wish I want to kind of go back to that structure because I like learning about those things. Yeah. Like, it's one of the things why I like doing the show the way I do, because I always try and choose topics that gear towards the guest, because it makes them not nervous about being on air. I mean, obviously I don't have to worry about you because we've been with KCR for how long? Yeah. And, but for people who first come to the studio, they're like, oh my God, this is terrifying. But then as soon as we start talking about something that they're familiar with, or at least they have the most knowledge about in the room,
they don't have to worry about what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, with Bingeworthy, it was kind of the same thing. Like, the other person, or even, it was a nice introduction for both of us because we'd each go into every week being confident about something that we both liked. And then at the same time, like, the rest of the filler was just talking about whatever's happening that week. Yeah. And so, I don't know. I always try and think, I'm like, maybe I'll change it up this year. Maybe, because I was going to change it up this year too. I was going to do more, like, entertainment, but kind of like what we were doing on the Groove, where each week kind of talk about something like, what's going on today, or whatever. But, like, for that week. Gotcha. Fridays, so I don't know. We'll see.
That's just decisions.
I'm telling you, man. I've been going through too many existential crises.
It happens.
Trying to think of all of these things as the semester is coming to a close.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for.
It's not.
No, it is good. It is good.
It's tiring.
Well, yeah, but it's constructive.
I guess.
It's good. It's positive.
I don't know.
Great things will come out of it.
I guess we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to, if I decide to change it to something of that format, maybe I'll have to drag you back here and do a show with me.
I don't think I'm qualified.
I mean, if I put it back to the same structure as Bingeworthy and Cringeworthy, it
can
be
qualified.
anything. It can be anything.
That's true.
You can come at me with, you need to go on this hike.
Ooh, hey, yo.
I would actually have to be like,
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, fine, I'll do
You
it.
have to go commit to driving somewhere to hike.
Yeah.
All right, go to Joshua
No.
Tree.
I can't just be like, all right, Mom, I'll see you later. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go to
that's
Joshua
exactly
Tree for the
what you could do.
weekend.
That's exactly
by
what you could
myself
do.
and be like,
Well,
I'm
not
gonna
by
go sit here and be like,
yourself. You
"Just
take your mother
go."
with you. She would
No.
love it.
She would love it because it'd be exercise for her, and she'd be like,
Exactly, dude. Selling point right there, Mom. Do you want to also start exercising more now that we're on this diet?
She said that, and I was like,
She's like, oh, of course, Tisha. And you say, boom, Joshua Tree. And she's like, oh my gosh, of course. What a better idea. No
"It's
better
so
idea.
far." She would be like, why don't we just go on a hike somewhere that's close by?
And then you say, because Joshua Tree burns the most calories. Bingo.
No.
Bingo.
No.
Yep.
No.
Game, set, and mizatch.
No.
Checkmate.
Mm-mm. There's so many things. Goal. Nope.
Go!
My goodness.
Red rope. Get your red rope.
What?
You had a game. You're hearing the vendor.
They're giving away red rope?
No, they're
Not
selling.
Like, no, I mean, you know what I mean.
Red rope.
That's what people,
They sell
not
red
like
rope.
Cotton candy or Cracker Jack.
Well, yeah, but how does this sound? Cotton candy. No.
That sounds normal to me because
Exactly.
all I hear. Cracker Jack, get your Cracker Jack.
But
We are
red
so off
rope.
topic.
Hey, but that's the glory and the beauty of it all. Don't you know? Don't you know?
Yeah, well, we are coming up on time. Is it 58 or at the
58.
58? Yeah, so we're coming up on time. Press soon. So yeah, I guess. Well, thank you for letting me put you on the hot seat for almost an hour.
Thanks for listening to me freaking blabber. Go off and just like literally just spew my mind.
Which is fine. I genuinely, I feel like at one point that's where most of my shows are. They're just geared towards the topic, and then they spew whatever is related to it.
Yeah.
I guess. Do you want to plug your show for the last time?
Yeah. My show on KCR College Radio. It's Monday from 5 to 6 p.m. It's The Groove. A little bit of entertainment. It's high energy. Lots of laughter.
Yeah, it's different from this. Well, actually, this is just a taste, I guess.
Fun music. And yeah, it's a good time. Definitely fun. Listen in. If you do listen in and it's your first time, please call in. I would love that. I would love to meet you. That'd be hilariously fun. So, yeah.
It'll be great, but it'll be emotional at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
It's been a good run, though. Thank you for letting me be a co-host this semester.
Thank you for being on the show.
Of course.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Next week is gonna be a mess.
It'll be fun. Don't worry. So that's been it for me. Since I'm gonna cut it a little short, just to be safe. But this has been KCR's Tishtalk. I will be back-ish next week. I actually have to record again for the week following, so I apologize. But at least you're getting a show, as I have not been good about this past semester, and I apologize. But yeah, KCR's Tishtalk. Follow me at the social medias at KCR Tishtalk. And to close it out, I think it's only appropriate that this plays.
What is it? Yeah! Ow!
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
I've got a brown-eyed lover on the other side of town. I don't wanna keep her waiting. She's got me upside, tongue-tied, twisted all around. I don't wanna keep her waiting. Well, I don't know, I can't tell. Will this last or just come and go?